They'll kick it off to get this game underway. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Fresno State's offense will go on the attack first. And here comes Rayshawn Luke. He has become a key piece of this offense.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level. They can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns them. Like, he's just got that extra gear that's different, that scares you. You can tell people are trying to play so fast to try to catch up. So, number one job for this defense, man, try to make him play in a phone booth, right? Like, don't let him get out in space and get matchups like on a linebacker. Not a good matchup from you. You will lose that one.
Fresno State right back to the line. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can
right down the middle. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Bulldogs come to the line on the heels of that big pass play.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Backed up now, here's second and long.
A nice job being... Sound by this defense, and here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take two plays to get the first. It's complete to the left. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down, and dude chose to run out of bounds.
The Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. Martin back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Leaves it with the back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Fires quickly. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Fresno State lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Try to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And that's a great job finishing the drive. But, man, I got to go back. I love the fourth down call. Being aggressive. First drive of the football game for this offense. They set a tone. They cap it off. They create momentum to start.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
Offside, defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Tulane's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And we get our first look at Zion Chris. He was under siege last time out. Sacked 6 times and it forced him into 2 interceptions. To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end.
And that's the start you need on offense, right? The opening drive of the game, your defense allows a touchdown, so you got to come out firing, and it's good news to see the quarterback dialed in. Good read, good timing, accurate throw. It's a big-time completion, but still work to be done. This offense obviously would like to answer that touchdown with one of their own.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And these third downs, obviously, are so crucial. And that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man. You get the third down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Hill. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Green Wave working with a fresh set of downs. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He wants it all. Touchdown, Tulane. He got it back corner of the end zone. Looking for the tie with the extra point. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Number 96, set to kick off.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. We got a tight one early, and they go back on the attack, holding a 7-6 lead. Snags it quickly on the left. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Let's take a look at how these quarterbacks have fared in the early going after the first period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Bulldogs want to crank the tempo.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first.
Makes the catch and he's free. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs.
214 close. 214 close.
The lone back's got it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the grab right down the middle. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Now from inside the red zone. Had to throw it before he wanted. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Shakes off. Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Oh, man, how about that? You get your first carry, you're so excited, trying to make a difference, trying to make a play, trying to prove yourself, and you coughed it up. That's not a good start. First carry to fumble it, give it to the other team.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab on the left. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Going for the big play. He's got it down the field. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Quarterback making adjustments. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw it. This time he's got it.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
They'll try to get it through the air. They're working that left side. Looks as if that'll be enough for a Tulane first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Hit as he throws. It's caught downfield. He's down right there, but he has plenty to pick up the first down. The Green Wave picked up a fresh set of downs through the air. Let's see if they go right back to it. From the red zone, looking for a man. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And that is a big-time play. We might go back and circle that one, man. Like, this game is so close. It gets back and forth, right? Like, it could go any direction. Those are the type plays, man. The catch is there to be made. The offense could make it.
Caught. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. Now Fresno State calls its second timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. They want to run this quarterback. Touchdown, Green Wave! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And so the Fresno State offense comes out onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Martin will throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Quickly out to the tight end. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He'll get rid of it. He's open on the right. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play, and it's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Man, these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also, how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air so you can go up, pick it off for the defense.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Making side adjustments here. They'll start this drive going to the air. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Dumps it to the back. With the catch, it's Turner. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And this setter downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Green Wave! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on Fresno State's sideline, guys, I have got my eyes on the running back. He told me he is pretty banged up from that loss last week. He's got a lower body injury, something he will absolutely have to fight through. The athletic trainers have done the best they can to get him ready to go today, but this is a developing story. I will keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, we'll see how they adjust.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We start our coverage with Auburn, taking on the number 8 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And it's the Tigers with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And talk about a great start to the season. This team is now 6-0 with big aspirations. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is. Now over to your game inside Yulman Stadium. Some gaudy numbers for that quarterback through 2 quarters of football. He's already eclipsed 200 yards through the air. Well on his way to one of the best passing days of his career, not to mention another W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Yulman Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
That's caught. It's Turner. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. Finds his big tight end. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs, now out close to midfield. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Working that left side now. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Well, they weren't throwing to the sticks on that 3rd down. They hit the drag route. They get a nice gain, but that now sets up 4th down with more yards to go, and it's decision time. I think moving forward on 3rd downs, you got to start thinking about routes down the field.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Got it! He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? On the option. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tulane. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Fresno State, 7.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on the Bulldogs sideline, one of the storylines that I am keeping track of right now is how is the running back performing? Coming off that loss last week, he really got banged up. And guys, I think it could impact his ball security, how he's cutting and moving on the field. I've got my eyes all over this, and I will keep you posted how this game progresses. Back to you.
Holly, keep an eye on that one for us. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Martin back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Freeman. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Fresno State right back to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It was starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out.
Running room in the middle. He is in. Touchdown, Fresno State.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line.